that documentary, man. That's how we're gonna open up the class. Class is officially in session, fam.
Of course.
What's the chat?
Today we're talking about SA hip hop subgenres.
I actually hate this conversation.
You know, we have Motswako, we have Spaza, we have TP, we have Kasi Rap, we have this and that, and the third and other bullshit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Subgenres. Okay, Sharp. Let's start from the top, right?
Yeah.
Hip hop. That's
Yeah.
a genre on its own.
Yes.
We've seen it evolve over the years in the States.
Yeah.
We've seen it evolve here, evidently.
Yeah.
My question to you and to all hip hop lovers is hip hop just not hip hop?
Hip hop is just hip hop. In Africa, subgenres are different because we have a lot of different tribes. In America, we have boom bap, which is the sound. You have gangster rap, G-funk, which is the sound. You have trap, which is a specific sound. In South Africa, it's not about sounds. It's about languages. If you rap in Setswana, you Motswako. If you rap in Zulu, you Kasi rap. If you rap in Sesotho, you Tshipi. If you rap in Xhosa,
You're a Xhosa rapper.
You Spaza.
Spaza.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know. Where's that come from?
So
Spaza.
it's not even about, there's nothing called a Spaza beat or a TP beat, or it's about the language.
Yeah.
And I don't think that shit is necessary.
Okay.
Because we're using the same sound. If you have Pro Kid and Double HP on the same song, is that Kasi Rap or Motswako?
Pro Kid and Double HP.
Yeah, on the same song, is that Kasi Rap or Motswako?
It depends, man. I think it goes both ways.
Because it doesn't depend, because there's no sound, there's no Kasi Rap sound. It's the language. The other one raps in Zulu, the other one raps in Setswana.
But at the end of the day, it's still hip hop, right?
It's still hip hop. So that's why I'm saying these subgenres, man,
don't exist.
they don't exist.
There's no such thing as a subgenre.
In South Africa, there's no such. We have different languages. We rap over the same beat.
Okay,
the only cat,
Sharp, my
the only
man.
cat who came with a different sound was KO with Skanda. But to a certain extent, not entirely, because you have Lunatic producing for KO, and then KO will call that Skanda. But if Lunatic produces for MT, it's no longer Skanda. And I think, and some people within that Skanda, let's say Cash Time Life, Kid X, and all other cats that were there, Kid X, Nomuzi, they identified as Skanda because of association. As soon as they left KO,
They weren't Skanda
they
anymore.
were not Skanda anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm saying even that Skanda is limited. So these subgenres, I don't buy into them. And we don't need them. They're so unnecessary. Because if we're going to take it to the Hip Hop Awards, we're going to say best album, best lyricist. We don't entertain the subgenres.
Then why are we having a conversation about subgenres? Like, where does the thing even come from? Like, why? I'm trying to figure out when did we distinctly say that, okay, this is a different type of hip hop to this type. Is it because of the sound, or is it because of the way niggas rap? When mumble rap came through, that was defined as trap.
Yeah.
Mumble rap was.
Because you couldn't mumble on boom bap.
Yeah. Which I get.
Yeah.
So then boom bap would have been hip hop at the time, right?
Yes.
So when a subgenre is created, it comes out of where? Nowhere. Right? It's just two people. It's one artist deciding, I'm gonna fuse Afro music and Afro beat and call it Afro beat. I'm gonna fuse Skanda and rap and call it Skanda rap.
Besides all of that, people wanna be the best at something. You can't be the best at hip hop. You're trying to create a lane and say, you know what? I'm the Motswako originator, or I'm the best in Motswako. Because you know that hip hop has competition, or you wanna say I'm the best in Kasi rap. Because you can't compete on a broader level So people will always divide this thing into segments.
It's unnecessary, my nigga.
It's not necessary.
Like you don't need. Here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
At the Summer Awards, Nasty C just won Best Hip Hop.
Yes.
It doesn't say Best Trap Hip Hop, Best Trap Soul,
Yeah.
Best Trap Nan. It's Best Hip Hop.
Yes, it's
So
best
do
hip-hop.
we need to acknowledge as somebody who's a hip hop purist? I'm a hip hop purist.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Same here.
So do I need to acknowledge a trap piano? You know what I mean? Do I need to? Because it's a sub-genre. I only care about this genre. And if I say I care about hip hop, am I wrong for not caring about the trap piano or the trap soul or, you know?
Yeah.
Am I wrong for that?
No, you're not wrong. If you hip hop, you're gonna represent hip hop no matter what sound you use. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as you're not relatable to hip hop, you start jumping to Danko, yebo, yebo, yebo. You're not talking to us anymore. You understand? You're not talking to us anymore. You can fuse. Hip hop came from other genres. They took from other genres. You know, jazz, funk, disco, reggae.
That's
They-
actually quite hectic to say because then that in technical terms makes hip hop a subgenre on its own.
no.
Kinda.
It's a standalone. It's a
It
standalone.
adopts from other genres,
It-
right? Which is what trap does from hip hop. It adopts from hip hop. Trap piano adopts from hip hop. You know what I mean? Piano adopts from hip hop.
When hip hop music, I'm not talking about culture. When hip hop music started, there were no hip hop producers, but there were DJs who would take a disco record,
Yeah, they'll take other genre music.
and
Sure, I
cut
get that.
and cut a break part where it goes boom, boom, ch, boom, ch, boom, boom, ch, and keep on cutting that thing and rewind it back. So the break, that's where the break dance came from. Dancing to the breaks. You know, they would take the break and create a new song from the break, not the whole thing. So it's not a subgenre. They created something from something else. Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the butterfly effect. You know, from the lava, like something different come out from something else.
from something that's already there.
Yes.
Does that not make it a sub? Like if hip hop didn't start from something that was original, from a guy playing the drum, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
and a guy just rapping on it,
Yeah.
would that not make hip hop then an original thing? If you're saying we're adopted from other cultures, hip hop then to me has always then been a subgenre in a sense because it's never had its own original sound.
No, if that's your understanding, then everything will end up being a subgenre, because R&B came from blues. They added a rhythm.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be rhythm and blues, but it came from blues. Like there was that progression with genres. Dancehall came from reggae. You know what I mean?
But to me, it's still like dancehall is still reggae to me. Young Todd.
Yeah.
The same way trap would be hip hop.
Dancehall to reggae is what rap is to R&B. You have singers and rappers, singers and chanters. You know,
Okay.
if you're gonna do dancehall, you don't sing. You do the Sean Paul.
chant.
Naba, and then you have the
It's
Bob Marley,
almost like
the singers.
piano.
It's R&B and rap.
I get you. My
Yeah.
biggest point on the conversation is that I don't understand the whole hip hop as subgenres thing. I just think it's hip hop at the end of the day.
Yeah.
No matter if we say, okay, we can put this guy into this art, into this category. When we're having award shows and when we're
Yeah.
calculating numbers, we say this is a Moosey
No,
Holic,
no.
my man, let me say, Moosey Holic and Blackie
Yeah.
drop completely different kinds of music, right?
Yes.
But when they get nominated, they get
Same
nominated
category.
in the same.
Even in the States, it's the same thing. Nobody takes subgenre serious. There's no best trap. There's no best boom bap. J. Cole will go against Young Thug, against Snoop, against Eminem, against Nas. It's all hip hop at the end of the day.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
We're gonna only have one category here.
Yes.
We're not gonna. So someone who's sitting at home thinking, okay, Sharp, you know what? I am a trap artist. should they stop doing what they're doing?
They shouldn't. They shouldn't. They must
Because
be
they're not saying-
conscious. They must be conscious of what they're doing. You can say I'm doing trap soul or I'm a trapper, but the bigger picture is hip hop. Like I'm hip. At the end of the day, as much as I'm doing trap, at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to compete with Stogie.
Of course.
I'm gonna have to compete with AKA.
Facts.
I'm gonna have to compete with MC, with
Facts.
MT. It's the same category.
We're all in the same
We're not
boat.
gonna judge you. We're not gonna judge you as trap. We're not gonna judge you as trap or as kasi rapper. As that shit doesn't matter.
Doesn't
It's
matter.
hip hop at the end
Doesn't
of the
matter.
day. Yeah.
All right, cool. So we've acknowledged the fact that we don't acknowledge subgenres
Yeah.
out here, right?
Yeah. Come
Let's
on.
say we did have subgenres.
Yeah.
Which one would you say works best for South African hip hop?
Subgenre.
Yeah. Like, would you say it's trap? Does trap South African hip hop work? Does the Java Bakanga type hip hop work? The KZN type hip hop? Does the Kasi Cape Town Youngster CPT work? Which subgenre is actually helping SA hip hop? If we're gonna have subgenres, which one do we really, really fucking need?
I don't think subgenres are working in South Africa.
So we don't need them.
We don't need them because.
But
Okay,
they're there, but they're there though.
okay.
You're acknowledging the fact that they're there.
There. I know they're
Yeah.
there. But Nasty C is hip hop.
Yes, I can put him in that category of embodying the whole culture.
AKA
Embodies the whole culture, 100%.
Shane Eagle.
Rapper.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. There's no even Mutswako is not there anymore. Because Casper is not full on Mutswako.
Because homies, Mutswako artists are doing Amapiano, boy.
So I'm saying like Kasi rap has become underground now. We don't have Kasi rap on the mainstream except for Zako and Duncan.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But it's also never been.
It's never been. It's always
It's been a subgenre.
yes. I'm saying subgenres are not on the mainstream.
Yeah, 100%.
Because once they go mainstream, Younger Chief is not gonna say, "Hey, I'm Spizer. I'm doing Spizer rap because it's Xhosa." You know. Anati is not gonna say, "Hey, I'm Spizer because I'm doing Xhosa
Xhosa
rap."
rap. Yeah, I
you
miss
know what I'm
Anati
saying?
though.
As soon
Shout out to Anati.
Yes, as soon as they're mainstream, they forget about subgenres.
Because
so
they
I'm
don't
saying,
matter.
I'm saying, let's focus on hip hop. It doesn't matter what language you rap in.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. No, I'm with you 100% there.
You know what I'm
Subgenres
saying?
are not a real thing for us, at least as purists as we call
Yeah.
ourselves, but
I know there was.
It's all hip hop
there was-
at the end of the day.
I know there was that division because when SA hip hop started going mainstream, it was based on talent. There were no PR companies when Squatter-Cam came, when PRO, Pro Kid, and all other niggas that came into the game in the early 2000s. They were mainly based on merit, like skills
how
and
dope
talent.
are you?
You know what I'm saying? That's why we had a lot of Venek rappers. We had Pro Kid, we had H2O, we had all these motherfuckers being mainstream. And then hip hop became commercial. Commercial means the word commercial comes from commerce.
Money.
Commerce. And if
When
you
niggas start driving Bentleys.
yes,
and shit.
if you don't have money, you're not gonna. That's when niggas from the hood started suffering, and SA hip hop went to the north. That's when you started seeing Bo Dales, Bo AKA, Bo Ricky Rick, like rich niggas who could afford to pay PR, publicists, and the pluggers. It became all about money, not talent anymore. That's when Kasi Rap died. That's when Mutswako faded. It was about who has the budget
Who has the
now.
Skrilla, man? That's 100%. I can agree with you there.
You know what I'm saying?
It's about that, man. And
It's
it's not
about
even like
that.
budget to pay radio stations and all
No.
that. We're talking about the machine we spoke about on the
machine.
last episode, man.
Yes, the machine.
The truth of the matter is the label does a lot of work that you as an individual will
Yeah.
struggle with. And that's what killed a lot of the so-called subgenres we just spoke about.
Yes.
Like Kasi Rap, outside of the Msotra ciphers, and shout out to Msotra cipher, shout out to the Durban Cats, man.
Pro Kid was the last one to make it through punchlines. The punchlines won't work anymore.
No, I disagree there, dog. I disagree there. Nah.
Who else?
Like, I'm not saying it's happening now, but I don't agree with the fact that you're saying that punchlines are getting to a
Alone.
point.
I'm saying punchlines alone.
They won't.
You know how many niggas I know from the hood that have crazy punchlines.
Sure. But
Is it working for them? Is it working for them?
They haven't landed. Those punchlines haven't landed yet, but it doesn't mean that if you don't have, they're just not dope enough to land, my nigga. Like,
they
fuck, like,
dope. I know dope niggas, man. I know.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they doesn't mean because you have dope bars, you're not gonna make it. That's what
I'm
you're
saying.
technically saying.
I know niggas like Froze, man. I know niggas like Kasi rappers that are too dope with punchlines.
Easy, you know what I mean?
Easy.
But what I'm
saying,
dope, but
yes, punchlines alone. I'm saying the game has changed. I'm saying the last nigga to make it through punchlines alone was Pro Kid.
I get that, but it doesn't mean nobody else can make it from punchlines, dog. If Pro Kid can do it, like, the guys who have punchlines
I'm saying
need to work harder.
Yes,
when Pro
Kid made it, there were no middlemen. There were no PR companies who say, "Pay me this much, I'll do this for you." It was
just based on his talent.
It was based on his talent.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. And now you say things have changed.
I'm saying, okay, fine. Have your punchlines, have a budget as well, have a marketing plan, have a rollout plan.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right about that.
Yeah.
Don't just be dope on the bars.
Don't be just dope and
work
hope
on the business.
and hope.
Work on the business. But the bars is where it starts.
Yes.
The bars is where it starts.
Because if you rely on your bars alone and your punchlines, soon you're going to be 35 and you're going to have to vaccinate before you even blow up.
They're going to be in line with your ass.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know which artist tweeted this, but he said punchlines are not going to feed your family.
They're not. It's Casper.
Was it Cas?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. But he's got punchlines. He's got quotables that feed his family, which is ironic for him to tweet such thing. But it's true. Punchlines are not good. You need to, but start with the punchlines. That's what I'm saying.
Know how to rap.
Yeah.
Know how to
start with the punchlines. Yes, they're not going to feed your family, but
be an STC. Trap and sing. But if they bring you to Sway, drop some bars. Know how to rap.
All right. Now I hear you. That's the word on subgenres. The common sense is out here on the Masterclass podcast is that they don't exist, and I'm sticking to that. I think you stick.